Welcome to episode 7 of Grown and Opinionated. I'm Lucy.
I'm Lucy. This
No.
is Ethel.
Wait, why would you give me one reason why you should be Lucy?
Because Lucy has a squeaky voice and my voice is squeakier than yours.
And I should be Lucy because I'm always coming up with the ideas, these schemes and stuff for us to make money all the time. What was my latest one? And we ain't even follow through.
What was it?
Remember the black soap that you get for See, we ain't even follow through. Because we could have resold that black soap on the internet for $9 a bar.
True.
True.
However, Ethel don't do nothing. I do something. Ethel is a housewife.
Lucy is too. Shit. She
No,
don't
do
have a
Ethel
job.
work?
None of them work. It was the 60s.
Oh yeah, but then they tried to work them at the factory and they couldn't keep
Oh,
up.
when they kept putting the
Yeah.
cakes in there. Oh my God. But so wait, this week when I was like, oh, I guess we could be Lucy and Ethel. But I just assumed that I would be Lucy because I always got some scheme going on.
I'll let you get this one, but next week I'm choosing and I'm being a better person.
Wait, you think Ethel is better than Lucy?
No, Lucy is better than Ethel.
Why?
Because she was more, it was, one, the show was named after her. Ethel just a sidekick. Yeah, next week you going to be my sidekick. So you could get that this
I was
week.
your sidekick last week, and I was.
No, they were equal. Rizzoli and Al's are equal.
Oh, I never watched.
They are equal.
Hold on, we in the right.
They are equal. She just works in the medical field and one is a detective.
Oh, see, I never watched the show, so I didn't know who the hell they was.
See.
I just watched. the
Okay,
commercial.
I'll be your little Ethel this week.
But why do you see? Don't say it like that. Ethel was because she kept Lucy from going completely over the edge. Could you imagine what Lucy would have got into if Ethel would have not been there?
True. Okay, you go home and nag your Ali Akbar.
But wait, what was my scheme before that? One, I remember the black soap. We were going to sell black soap.
You wanted to do an app.
Oh, the
Fat
fat shame
shaming.
people. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh my God, we can't say that one on the air because I might have to still do that. That
The
one.
only one we follow through is ta-da, which y'all listening to now.
Oh, the podcast. Yeah, we didn't do any of my other ones. But you know how long? Not to get off track. I was saying that we should do a podcast. I was saying, well, for everybody that don't know, first I was saying it with our coworker, my CW, because we used to sit there and talk shit for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Y'all hear that, everybody?
Wait.
While they at work.
Then we would take nap. Then we would wake up and talk more shit.
So now y'all know what state employees do.
But no, I kept saying it. And then when I was home and I was telling my daughter, I'm like, I want to get a podcast. I just want to do one. I don't know what to do about She was like, well, honestly, you should record you and your friend talking on the phone because y'all keep me cracking up. So that's how this podcast was born. So here we are.
On episode 7.
Yes, God. We almost at 10. We got to get some horns or something once we get to 10.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh,
Like
my
we do.
God.
We need sound effects.
Yeah, but not too many. But
Why?
some. Because we don't want to bite Nori and them.
Forget Nori and them. They won awards. We need the bite, though.
They get everybody. Don't worry about us. What we doing. I was listening to, this week I was listening to a lot of podcasts. Because I had like a lot of running around to do in the house, everything. And Nori and them, they had on Swiss Beats and all of them. They had Diddy. I like their podcast. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
listen
Drink
to
Champs. I don't listen to it as much, but when I did listen to it, I could see myself actually listening to it all the time. I just don't fit it in my schedule. I don't know
But
why.
see, this the thing that when you, I guess if you listen to it, I could see if I had a typical job now, I would be listening to more because you
watch
can
my
listen.
shows.
I'm sorry.
I need to watch my shows while I'm doing my work. So that cuts out my podcast time. And then I can see myself listening to podcasts driving. But it takes me 10 minutes to get home.
See, you gotta
So
be
it's
more
like-
dedicated. I listen when I go food shopping. I put my headphones in and
Oh,
listen.
while you walking around?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the nosiness in me. I need to know my surroundings and listen to my surroundings.
Cause you can't multitask. You only need one in your ear. You
Then
listen.
and I can't pay attention. So I'm not really gonna get it because I'm busy looking for this. I hear other people talking. I'm probably ear hustling on their conversation. Yeah, I'm really nosy, like really nosy, and I can't
am
help
too.
it. But so I won't be paying attention to what they're talking about.
But yes, you.
And then if it gets real good, I know me. I'm just gonna stop and forget that I'm shopping and I'm just sitting in the middle of the aisle listening.
I have now, not in the store, but what I do, I get in my car and I won't leave the car until I'm finished.
See, and
I'll
I
be
don't
like,
want to do that.
I gotta finish. But I walk around the store. I'll have on one headset. I usually listen to music, but like if I'm listening to a podcast or something, I'll just put it in and I can.
So now when I go food shopping, because I got to drive like 20 minutes away to go, so I could listen to something. In the
But you
car.
got to learn how to multitask. I got one ear here, one ear with the podcast. I use these eyeballs.
I can do that, but it won't register in my brain when I'm listening to it because it's too much going on.
Oh
It's
my
too
God.
much.
Not for me. I do it and I listen. I can see if I was sitting at my desk or something that I would be listening and then doing work.
Yeah, I could do that at my desk if my show wasn't on.
I can't. I just can't with you. So,
how could these people listen to us?
oh, I'm so glad you asked that question.
That's so
at the-
phony. That sounds so phony.
Because wait, I forgot all about it. And I just said, when we get on, first thing we're going to say is how you find our podcast. And I forgot all about it. But we're on iTunes. So if you subscribe, you'll get a notification every week when a new episode come out. We're on Google Play. I'm team iPhone, so I don't know how that works.
Google Play is the same thing as YouTube.
iTunes?
YouTube as well.
Oh,
Because
okay.
if you subscribe, you will get the notifications.
Oh, okay. And then we're on YouTube and we're on SoundCloud. So that's all the ways you can reach us. We're on Instagram also. So you can hit us up if it's something you want us to talk about. I keep saying we got to get an email or something, but we still didn't do it.
These people, y'all not even leaving comments on YouTube.
Wait, how you going to offend our
I don't mean
39?
I don't want to offend the listeners, but leave a comment. Come on, we want some feedback. We want to hear from you guys. Well, I hope y'all listening.
Well, people are listening. That much I can say. Because I get notifications of
Okay.
when somebody, not so much as listen, but if they like it, if they repost it,
Okay.
if it's somebody new, and then I could go check the stats.
Oh, okay. Well, leave a
Which
comment.
is funny. One way that they find one of our episodes is bitch messing with my husband. I forgot what I meant to write it
So
down.
to say that means we know what you people are looking for. What type of
Some
videos y'all?
ratchet.
Yeah, y'all looking for some ratchet videos.
But that's how. So they tell me like how people find, especially like on YouTube, but SoundCloud has it also, and they tell us who's listening, what's the age group, male, female. I mean, we getting there. We're working though, but they don't want to hear about our work. They tune in for fuckery. So let's get. I got a few topics. Somebody hit me up on Instagram and said that we had to discuss this. There was a video going around of a Korean store owner, a man.
Mm-hmm. I think it's in North Carolina.
Is it North
Yeah,
Carolina?
it's in North Carolina.
Beating up this black woman, and then he got her on the ground, choked her, kicked her, everything, all because he said that she stole some eyelashes.
Which was what? No more than $2.99 maybe?
Yeah, and I don't know the laws in North Carolina, but I doubt you could use that type of force for a pair of eyelashes.
I don't think you can use that type of force as just a store owner
Owner for-
in any state.
Yeah,
If it's something under $5, really?
Yeah, I was like, that was kind of ODing. But what I found more, okay, I found a few things shocking about this video. One, that the girl really, in the beginning, I was like, okay, I understood she was trying to like, listen, I don't want any problem, just let me go. And they hitting her, and she like, now you're hitting me, and like that. However, after the second hit, it was kind of like, okay,
You not gonna fight back?
yes, that's what I found that so shocking, more so than the guy kicking her and stuff. I'm like, you're just gonna
allow him to just kick, like she just standing there and he said something and she replied and he just kicked her in her thigh.
And she
like
just
they was in a kung fu flick or something.
Like, yeah, but she just kind of sat there and let it out. I thought that one, I was like, how long you gonna keep letting him assault you?
And it's two people. That's just like if you're getting jumped, you're gonna at least try to get the best of one of y'all getting it.
I'm like,
at least one.
At least grab the chick, like something. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was weird as well. Like, why is she not fighting back? I'm like, yeah, I didn't get that part.
That part was weird. But then the NAACP's response to it, they went to the store, they had the cameras in tow, and their whole thing was, we want an apology. Really? That's all you want? That's really what you want right now after you have video footage of this woman being beaten, choked, everything. You just want an apology?
Public apology.
Fuck that. You show me the money.
Hello?
And then what message are you sending to them? Fuck that apology. You should tell them we're boycotting your store. You will be out of this town in a week, tops. Get the people down there and get him out of there. This is why they taking us as a joke.
You just want an apology so the same type of people, African American community, can go back in his store and shop. No, I'm not shopping there no more.
Hello? But
if that's how you want to treat us,
wait,
assume we're stealing.
Look, all he had to do was put a sale on some bundles. And you know.
Like, oh, you gonna cross this picket lot? What? He got 3 bundles for $99. Yes, I'm crossing this picket lot.
Excuse me. You know, somebody can sell them in when I get out.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't just want no apology. We're not coming to the store. You're going to lose money. You're going to feel the effect of you just treating African American like that, because I'm pretty sure they're your biggest customers, especially in an urban community.
Exactly. And the fact that I guess I still have an issue with these type of stores being owned predominantly by Asian American. When their customer, their target customer is us. Why don't we own these stores? I can't go anywhere and point to a black-owned hair store right now. I don't know. I don't even know one.
Exactly. And you should know your own self. Like, you know you like to buy these products, so sell them.
Exactly.
But it's easier said than done. I don't know. Maybe they don't have the resources. I don't know. It's a good question.
But what are I'm not a business extraordinary person, guru. I mean, I leave that shit to Dame Dash. But, I mean, how hard could it be to find out in today's market where you could literally sell anything on Amazon, eBay, or whatever to find out how to open up a store in your community selling these products?
You're right.
I don't know. The whole thing, I guess the part of him choking her and everything, I was so pissed off before it got to that part. I was like, that was
I was pissed off at her.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't hit that man back, you just sitting there, I didn't steal anything. Okay,
well,
you didn't. Maybe you didn't.
Well, maybe, remember, we were having the discussion last week, and even an engineer was saying, like, he didn't think it was any self-defense, that you could defend yourself. And I'm like, so maybe I don't know. But I thought that was like, I don't care.
No, all that thinking is going out the window.
Exactly.
That would not be in my mindset if somebody's sitting there kicking me, choking me, and I'm just struggling just to get away.
Because I just couldn't understand why and like you saying, she was trying to justify her position, like, I'm not stealing anything, just let me out. And I'm like, why are you not hitting them? They're hitting you.
Exactly. Defend yourself. Like, it's not.
I don't know. I was by that time. I was like, it was just so many issues. But then when I saw the fucking NAACP, I was like, this is the best y'all could come up with.
We want an apology, and I guess that was the wife saying, "Oh, we can't do one right now. That take a true apology takes time."
You know what that was called for? We need to talk to our lawyers, and once they tell us what to do, that's what we'll be doing. So fuck you and your black crew. We have bundles on sale if you would like some.
Our apology is we're having a 30% off.
But if you think we're going to admit to anything without running this by our attorneys, you're a fool. Mm-hmm. Now, would you like a bag? Like, what the fuck?
You need some gloves and a cap when you dye your hair?
We still sell Jerry Curl juice. But I don't know. I was just so pissed off at them. I'm like, this is why people take us for a joke. Because what's the repercussion? None.
Apology. Okay, I could say apology. I apologize. I didn't mean to hit you, but you stole from me. But I didn't mean to hit you.
And you could tell they didn't give a fuck because it was open the next day. Like, okay, any of y'all niggas want this?
Because they're still going to be there.
Like, y'all niggas ain't shopping today? And the fact,
so I want to know what the community did. Because they're not showing that, but do we know if they did anything? Did they stop shopping at that store?
You know they didn't.
Because they probably be like, the next one is not until 30 minutes away.
I don't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
He won't do me like that.
Exactly. And
well, you're not exempt. If he think you stealing from his store, he gonna treat you the same way.
And I don't want to say that they should have threatened him with any violence or any violence should have happened to him.
Just don't go there.
Exactly. But they should have been. These people aren't even concerned or scared to not open up their shop. They like, yeah, good morning, we're here. Like it's nothing. And because they must have done it. I'm sorry. For them to do it this time, and it's recorded, and then to open up their shop like nothing happened. They had to do shit like this in the past, and they get away with it. So they like, fuck y'all niggas, and we allow it. Damn black
Can't be
people.
me.
What?
One, I'm not going to that store no more. Two, I'm fighting back.
But you know what? That's the problem. And that's why we don't get taken seriously because we don't stick together and boycott anything. Not to say that these things are true, but we all read those posts on Facebook saying, oh, Timberland the owner of Timberland say he doesn't want black people wearing his shoes. The owner of this saying he doesn't want. Okay, we see those posts or whatever, assuming they're true. What do we do? Nothing.
Oh, I need some new double soles.
Yeah, like we don't do anything. We're a fucking joke. Really. Like, what's the last thing we boycotted? Exactly.
I'll wait. I don't know.
We ain't boycotting shit. We ain't doing nothing. Well, y'all people in North Carolina, I'm sure they'll have a good sale on some bundles next week. So
y'all gonna be right in there.
Look, save y'all income tax check.
And all y'all gonna do is keep your hands out your pocket so they won't assume you're just stealing.
Oh my God. All right. So, what else? I was listening to what is Charlamagne one? Brilliant Idiots. And he was talking about that Barnes and Nobles basically told his people, like, we don't want him in our store.
Oh, yeah, because he having a book coming out.
He has the book coming out, which I want to read. Okay, hold on. Before we get to that, what the fuck is up with pre-order nowadays? What is the point of pre-ordering shit when you download it straight to your phone or your thing? Why do they want their money?
They want their money up front. So when you pre-order, do you pay first?
Yes.
Oh, that's why.
But what's the point for the consumer? Why do you need I even see it on iTunes when they have albums, they like pre-order today. The fuck for?
I'm just downloading. It's not like you have a certain amount of copies and I have
it's
to
going
go
to be
get
sold
it.
out.
It's going to be sold out. True. Certain things can be pre-ordered if you just have a physical copy. But if it's digital, I don't need to pre-order something that's digital. gonna always be there.
Be there. You're gonna run out of. It's not like back in the day. But apparently they getting away with the shit because everything says pre-order. Even on my fucking TV, they'll have a movie and they like pre-order today.
But a lot of people, for books, I know a lot of people don't like to read on their phone. They want the physical
hard book,
the hard copy of the book. So for them, I guess those are the ones that's pre-ordering because they want a hard copy of the book.
Okay, that I can understand because you pre-order, so you guarantee a book, and when it come out, that I can understand. But these fucking digital, I can't understand. I just can't. Are you gonna run out of downloads?
So I guess they say pre-order, but it applies. They just don't separate it. Oh, just pre-order a hard copy, but you could just wait for the digital. They just say pre-order across the board.
No, it's for songs too. On iTunes, everything. The movies on the TV, it's like pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
So you pay them your money today, and then when it comes out, you download.
No, I wait till it come out, I download. No, yeah.
Fucking scam. That's what the fuck. Hey, y'all could pre-order the episode of Grown in Opinion for 99 cents. You pay us today, and we promise to give it to you on Wednesday when everybody else get it.
So what is his book about? Because I did see, but I seen he put on a tentative schedule of him doing a book tour or whatever, and I saw like it was like 1 or 2 Barnes and Nobles.
Was it? Because I know that. Well, this is what he said on the podcast is that the Barnes and Nobles didn't want him to come. The one in New York City just straight up passed on him. Like, we don't even want you here. Then he said that it was another one in the Grove, I guess that's in LA. And they're like, okay, listen, he can come, we'll allow that, but he can't talk, he can't do anything. There'll be no moderation, no discussion. He literally will sign books and get out. And he was saying he was upset that his people never told him that's what the issue was, that Barnes and Nobles didn't want him there. They just kept saying other things, lying to him, so he wouldn't know. But then they were going on this discussion and saying that they didn't understand why Barnes and Nobles wouldn't want them there. And some mention of one of the stores in New York said, like, listen, we've had radio personalities do books before and it just doesn't go well. We just don't want it. I was saying, in my opinion, I think the reason, and then the, what is his name? The white guy gave his opinion about it, which, shut the fuck up. But I think that the reason they don't want to do any discussions is because they like, the people who like you don't buy books, so they're going to come here to see you, to hear you, and not buy a book. But if you're signing books, they're going to buy your book, and they're going to come in to let you sign, take a picture, and we'll sell all of those books. And I'm like, that's what made sense to me. Like, why would I have people here
if I know they really not gonna buy? But you're assuming also.
But it's a guarantee. But listen, even if it's an assumption, if I say there's only a book signing, there's a guarantee that every person who comes here will be buying a book.
True. But why? Okay, so that's fine for you to say that you have to make it a book signing, not just saying you're going to be up here. So if I make it a book signing, why are you still telling me I can't speak? You can't speak at a book signing?
I don't fucking know how it goes. You ever been to one?
No, I didn't. So that's what I'm saying. So they said, oh, you could come, but you can't speak. You can't do this. You can't do that. You just sit there, you sign the books, and they leave. Just because it's just a book signing, why can't I just sign the books and also speak? I'm not understanding that.
Well, I guess it doesn't work that way. I guess when you do, it has to be some way that this works, that maybe when you do a book signing that you go in and they have the line. I've seen that on Housewives of New Jersey. They have everybody and they got their book and you come up to the table and they sign it and say, oh, darling. And they take your picture. And
I have to make that
place. So I'm assuming that that's the difference as opposed to them just having, like if he just came there and he had a moderator and he was just sitting there and he was talking about the book and things like that, because then I can go and not buy a book, listen to him speak and then say, all right, thanks, that was cool, I'm out.
So how about they just say a book signing and then after the book signing, basically you purchase a book, you get it signed, it may be a Q&A or something like that.
I don't know. I don't work for fucking Barnes and Noble.
But I guess I just don't like that part telling me you won't only allow me in your store just to sign books and I can't even speak to the people. I don't like that part of it.
I was like, oh, you know what you could do? Just not go there.
True.
Just say, listen, thanks Barnes and Noble, but you know what? I would, and he was saying like, I want to touch the people. I want to be able to speak to the people. Why can't I?
Yeah.
And I guess he wasn't. Neither one of them was seeing it from Barnes and Noble point of view. Mm-hmm. At one point they wanted to race, they wanted to this culture, they wanted to that. But I'm like, no, it's about selling books. They want to make sure that everybody who comes there is buying a book and that they're gone. So he was like, but I want to touch the people. Then you could easily say, you know what, Barnes and Noble, I know you're like one of the biggest distributors of books, but fuck you. I'm not coming to any of these book signings at your store.
And then, not so much, I don't know, okay, if I was to write a book and wanted to do a book signing, I think I would do it at a small bookshop and bring them money and stuff like that. And then maybe sell on Amazon. Well, of course he's going to do that too.
Yeah,
and sell on Amazon and stuff like that. But maybe I want to show the community that it's more than Barnes and Nobles in your community.
So go to the small.
Yeah, go to a smaller bookstore. I'm like, listen, you have this bookstore. I wouldn't go to like a rinky-dink one that you still gotta have like an array of books to sell. So these people, when they come see me,
selling porn books.
when they come see me, they will also look like, oh, I didn't even know this existed. Oh, and they got everything in here. Mm-hmm. And maybe they could start coming to that bookstore.
So I guess it's the same thing, and I don't know what his book is about. It's something about black privilege or whatever. I'm trying to get a free copy from some fucking body. I might be at the library pre-ordering. Look.
First 50 people, free books.
I'm at the library pre-ordering. I need to get a free copy. But I guess it's going back to, one of the positions on the show is that stop waiting for somebody or stop accepting what people giving you or these hands. Do your own thing. So they said no, then you should have said, you know what, now I'm making an intimate thing. I'm not going to any big retailers. I'm going to only the small ones. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to deal with whatever comes of that because that means you're going to sell less books, of course. Mm-hmm. And do that. Right?
That's true.
See, we solved your problem, Charlamagne. That'll be $350.
Or you could just have your own books and do it on your own. Go rent out a space
and sell them
and sell your books.
Well, I guess, yeah, you have to get a team together, get all of the... And right now, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late now, but...
Because it's due April. But, Charlamagne, we solved your problem. Just go to small shops. And that'll...
And bring them business, and that's good, too. And
but I want to
also give it back to your community.
So, wait. If we get up a collection, and we get you this book, what format would you like to read this book on? On your iPad, phone? Or do you want a hard copy?
Oh, I'll read it on my iPad.
Okay. So if we pre-order you a digital download, will you read this book?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Everybody heard that. So we need to get up. How much download?
How much is the book? I don't know. It better be $9.99.
You got a library card?
It's expired.
Go renew that shit.
It's expired.
I'm about to renew mine. So
because I have one in both. I have one in the town that I work in and one in the town I live in.
So you could probably get it from there. Because you could download on that.
I know now.
If not, we're going to take up a collection.
But this is a matter, I don't think you can do everything online. You still have to go there in person.
No, you have to go there to renew it.
Exactly. That's the problem. Take away my couch time.
I'm about to say, what are you doing, yo? You made it seem like I'm super busy. I cannot.
Take away my couch time.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I got another year to be this lazy because come next year, I'm going to have to be out that house.
And doing what?
I don't know. I got to find something to do because my baby not going to be home.
Oh my God. Which brings us to our next topic. Mothers who date their sons. You and your son are having like a married relationship. Like, oh my God, as old as your side dude? Like,
he's just the love of my life.
Girl. So.
No, I treat him like a son. I don't treat him like my husband. Regardless of what you and the Biff say. Biff stands for
Okay.
BFF.
Okay.
Regardless of what you two say, I treat him like my son.
You do. And a husband.
No, I don't. But you listen to us argue, and like I pointed out to you, I've been on the phone with you, and you going back and forth with your son.
Yeah, but I told you my son crazy as shit.
No, he's not crazy. You just go back, oh, get out my face, get out my face. You ignore me. And he comes up in your face, he's like, oh, stop. And y'all just going back and forth. As if that's your husband as well.
No. Oh, no. We got a different relationship. We got a relationship. If I see you in the street, I might fuck you up.
No, you do not. Do not let her fool you guys. No, you do not.
Oh my God, he drives me crazy. We got into, what was that? Thursday. We got into it the other day. And I was like, let me hang out because I got to get this work. We got into it. Then he comes back and he wants to hug up with me. And
See?
He and I'm like, hey, you want to get lunch? And then we have lunch. And then we go.
And what do a husband and wife do? They argue, do they make up? Sounds familiar. That's what you and your son just did.
Me and my husband. Okay, so let's talk about that since we're on that topic. Because this week I told you that I was going to go out to a lunch with a male colleague, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, I think I'm not going to do it because of how it's going to look or the perception of it. Mm-hmm. And I asked you, and you're like, no, I don't think anything's wrong with it. And I said, okay, well, let me ask my husband. Mm-hmm. And he's like, no, I don't have a problem with it or anything. So I'm like, okay. So I get up to go.
That would have been my husband. That's another topic.
Wait, why?
The insecurities. See, your husband's not insecure. So he's like, he doesn't find anything wrong with that. My husband is very insecure. Why? I don't know. But it's a big problem. But he's very insecure. And it's like, it takes two people to do something. Mm-hmm. So that means you don't have trust in me because I would have to allow that person or be willing to do that with that person. Mm-hmm. So you need to have trust in me that I wouldn't do something like that. So you're just insecure to me. Like, it's like, where do you think I'm going?
I think that the issue, especially in your not your situation, not your relationship, just with you as a whole, you're like a fucking unicorn. And if I had a unicorn, nobody get next to my unicorn. No. You won't get next to me, unicorn. Me lucky charm. Girl, fuck no. You will not be getting next to my unicorn. And I tell you, because even on one episode here, I told you, I'm like, listen, if I saw you going out to lunch on a consistent basis with a male colleague, I would have to confront you and step in and stop. Because I understand what you're saying, but I want to, your inexperience with others, it would make me, because you wouldn't realize that, because you're saying, I know me, but you wouldn't get, but these dudes, they different.
But what the way that person is thinking and what that person may have in their mind, what do that have to do with me? That has nothing to do with me. So even if somebody, so say if I was to go out to lunch with a guy, a coworker, and we go out to lunch maybe 3 times out of the 5 days a week, right?
Every week?
Let's just say I would never do this, but let's just say I do. And then at one point he tries to holler at me. Guess what? Guess who's not going out to lunch anymore?
But see, that's what I mean with your inexperience with it. You think it's that clear cut, and it's not. You think that you're gonna be at lunch with somebody, and y'all gonna eat lunch 3 days, and then he gonna say, I just want to take it to the next level with you. And then you can say, oh no, I'm married, and shut it down. It doesn't work like that.
Why?
Because that's not how this happens. That's not how it works. None of
it. Any of this works. Yes,
it's not like that. And
it could be just that simple. I can't understand how it won't be that simple. I'm not naive, trust me. But I can't see how it can't be just that simple. You find an interest in me. I don't find any interest in you. No, I don't see you like that. You're my coworker. That's number 2. Number 1, I'm married. That's the most important thing.
What I'm saying is that it's not always that clear cut where it's just like you go out to lunch and then they say, hey, I've been having these feelings, or however because you say holler at me. That they, I guess that's a Nork thing. Like, hey, mom, what's up? I don't know how y'all handle that out there. I don't know what that means, but it's not that simple. It's going to be a conditioning that happens that every day y'all going to lunch, y'all going to talk more, y'all going to get more familiar with each other. You're going to start discussing things that you normally wouldn't discuss with somebody like that. And after a while, it's going to build and build.
But I won't let it go there. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk like that to that person because guess what? You're only a coworker.
But that's what I'm saying. After a certain while, because I was just your coworker at some point, right?
But I'm not attracted to you like that.
What you trying to say?
I don't know. You will have different conversations with a female coworker versus a male coworker. I'm not going to talk to them how I would talk to you because, like you're saying, it can lead to something. Can lead to feelings. So why would we even start that?
That's where I'm getting to that part of it is because it's not even a start. It's that after you're in that position and you're going and you're building that relationship, because it will become a relationship if you're going to lunch on a consistent basis after. What the fuck could y'all be talking about that it wouldn't go there? I mean, how many meaningless, is that the word?
I think so.
Okay. Conversations could you have with a person in a week? I mean, that would be pretty hard to keep up.
We have a lot of meaningless conversations.
But look, in between our conversation, we'll have some important ones, some stuff, and then it'll be like, hey, some bullshit. How many of them could you possibly have with a person and so without it going there? And my thing with you is that it'll be like this, and then you think that it's going to be
this. They can't see that. Like,
oh shit, I keep forgetting.
We're on the
radio. I keep saying I'm gonna wear a ski mask on me, and then we're gonna record it. I'm gonna wear a ski mask, but so it would be what I'm saying is like smooth. So I'm making my hand gesture like it would just be smooth. The way you see it is that then it'll be a sharp spike where he'll try to holler. What I'm trying to say is that, or a sharp drop like a roller coaster when he try to holler. But that's not how this works. It'll be smooth, then it'll be a little bump, then it'll be smooth, then it'll be a little bump, then it'll be a little bump, then it'll be a little bump, and then by the time you...
So I won't be able to pick up on those little bumps?
Maybe you will, maybe you won't, or maybe you'll take the bumps as something else or something. I mean, because if you, for example, if they said something, like say if you were on the phone with your husband and when you hung up, you were upset. And they'd be like, oh, what happened? You're like, this, oh man. That's a bump that you wouldn't pick up on, but it's a bump. Because now you done confided in him about an issue with your husband. And that's how it starts. See, the face you make lets me know that I'm correct with you. Because you don't see it as a bump. Listeners, can y'all please tell Ethel, that's a fucking bump. Everything isn't that clear cut, and that's a bump. So then it may be another time and something happens or whatever it is, or... for example, say if you liked a certain type of flower or something, a holiday came and your husband doesn't send anything, but then he'll make up for it and have that thing. That's a fucking bump. These are little bumps that leads. So that's what I'll keep trying to tell you. It's not just, bam, let me try to holler at you, mom. It doesn't work like that. It's these little things that start to build over time. And that's what and I tell you all the time, that's what my concern, and because we gang, shit, fuck that, we gang all the time, I can't go against my girl, but that's one of my concerns, and I can understand your husband's position, plus you're a unicorn, so those type of things,
I'm just like anybody else, is, for me, it's the trust issue.
No, I trust you. I just don't trust this nigga.
Okay. So don't come down on me because you don't trust somebody else.
But
You
I
see
can't
what I'm
control
saying?
him. So you want me to? How about
Yeah,
this?
you can't
catch
control
me
me.
outside.
You can't control me either. Cause if someone wanna, if I want to do
Our
something,
engineer not here. I'ma get security.
if I want to do something, I want to do it. But by you doing that and that and that, that's not gonna change if I want to do something. So that's where the trust come in. You should trust that I would never do nothing like that.
You just don't get it.
No, I
because
don't,
it's not
because
that you're gonna do. I don't want to, because I guess the way you present it is like it's clear cut, dry. If I go out to lunch and he try to smash, I'ma say no, and that's that. But that's not how this works.
Simple.
But it doesn't work like that. So then, like I say, the little bumps, the little bumps, the little bumps, the little bumps. So then, maybe once y'all start going to lunch, when y'all part, he hugs. Then that becomes the norm, that y'all would hug when y'all part.
No, I'm not hugging no other guy.
Let me say this. I'm not saying I would hug. I guess I would hug, like in a homie type of style hug. I wouldn't give a fuck. But it would be after so many months of this conditioning, and that you get to this point. It's not like they just going to jump out the box on your first lunch and like, hey, give me a hug, baby. No, it's going to be after, and then like how sometimes we hug when we part. It will become like that.
Okay, so what about times where you're telling your husband or your wife, it could be either one. If you're telling your husband or your wife, oh, they ask you, oh, where you going? Oh, I'm going out with my girls. Or I'm going out with my guys. And, reverse. Or whatever. And they be like, yeah, that's what, you wasn't there. What do you mean, well, I wasn't there? How the freaking
But I told you how to
for?
solve this problem many years ago. Well, yeah, I say, I'm going to meet up with my jump off. We're going to get a short stay or something now.
But why would I say something like that? That don't make sense to me either.
Because it would stop the bullshit.
No, it won't. It make it worse. Because then, okay, you don't believe when I'm telling the truth. But if I say something that you think you want to hear, you're going to believe that.
Okay.
So that's something that you want to hear, that I'm doing something that
security.
you're suspecting.
Listeners, she put her hand in my face. I'm scared. But go ahead.
That you're suspecting, so you're going to believe that.
Okay. And now I believe that. Now what?
And now you're going to keep doing it.
Okay. And now every time I ask you, where you going? And you say, I'm going with my jump off. We're going to go get a short stay. What am I going to do?
Then you're going to leave.
Really? How deep is
I
that
would.
bond? If that's all. So me saying I'm going with my jump off and get a short stay with no other proof or anything and no belief that I'm cheating, that would be enough for you to leave me?
Because then you probably do that reverse psychology. Oh, you told me to believe everything you say. So now I'm believing what you're saying. You're saying you're going to get a jump off. Oh, that's where you're going? Oh, okay, have fun. Bye.
Okay. Then I go out with my friends, Kesey, Meryl, and I'll go have fun, drink, and then I come home. Now what?
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah. I tell my husband 90% of the time I leave the house, I'm going to meet my jumper.
See, that's because he trusts you, though.
He's shitting. Nah.
That's because he trusts you. But if you get to somebody that doesn't trust you, they're going to believe that because that's what they thinking already. So that's what they want to hear. So they're going to believe that part.
But then
And you're just being sarcastic.
But so if I'm with somebody and you really believe that not only every time I leave your site, I'm going to go meet this jump off at the short. Do they even have short stay?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going for a short stay. You believe that, and then when I come back, you don't say anything or do anything about it. I mean, how?
No, it's not even the point of that. It's just the point of it's aggravating to keep hearing that or to keep arguing over that same thing. That's really aggravating.
Well,
Just
then
to
when they say,
argue over the
"Where you
same
going?"
thing.
None of your
It's like,
business.
You could just choke somebody.
Oh my God, security. We don't have. Oh, the engineer not here, so we don't have security.
I don't know. I just think everybody should just have trust. If you're in a relationship, that's the main thing. Trust and communication. Like, y'all should be able to talk things out. You should be able to trust that other person. And that's, you just have to me, that will make for the grounds of having a successful marriage.
I guess that's the thing, is that people think that when you get married, and I'm not saying that some people marriage isn't like that. My marriage is different because of how long we've been together, when we met each other, the fucking numerous amount of kids we have.
You're like, you got a truckload.
I do. I was looking for a passenger van the other day. Carry all these fucking babies around or whatever. But so it's different. So there's work that has to be put into it because number one, when we got married, we were young, and then I was somebody else, and now I'm not that person. But people think that marriage is all glorious. It's work that goes into it, and there's going to be disagreements and things like that. I guess it's just how you handle them.
Mm-hmm.
In a perfect marriage, yeah, you would trust, you would all of these, I don't know, whatever the fuck they say when you get married. But that ain't how this shit work. Please, we get into it. We just got into it, and I told him, I said, you know what? We're going to have to go back to the point where if I say something to you, you repeat it back to me and tell me what you heard, so that there's no more of this miscommunication all the time. Because I say one thing, I don't know what the fuck he hears. Because I'm like, I never said that.
Yeah.
And then we always off. Even like this situation where he's saying like, well, you told me, but you didn't tell me what day. And that was his issue, what day it was going to be. And I'm like, to me, the most important thing was that I was going to be somewhere with another man, and whether or not you would have an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking time or place or day wasn't relevant to me. But to him it was. But we could have handled that better if we had talked about it and said, what's the issue?
No, you didn't talk about it. If I asked you that question, your follow-up question to me was like, well, when?
Yeah.
Then he would have knew what day.
That's what I said. Girl, you should have been there.
I don't know. I guess because I asked a lot of questions. So maybe just ask the question.
That's all. I said the same thing. I'm like, well, we could have just asked the question. And then that would have took care of it.
Don't assume anything. Don't assume anything about me. You want to know something? Just ask. Plain and simple. In any marriage, just ask. Don't assume. And then when you do assume, you assume the worst possible thing that it could be. And I hate that as well. Don't do that. Don't do that. Anything could have happened. My tire could have fell off, but because I'm coming home late, you thought I was shacked up in some type of hotel or something. No, my tire came off.
I keep telling you, I think that if you would say, let me tell you, it's not many days that I would want to hear my wife or my husband coming home saying he was with a jump off or something, so I would stop fucking asking. Because apparently I ain't leaving you. Because if I was going to leave you because I thought you were cheating on me, I would leave you, because I don't care what nobody say. When somebody not doing something
exactly.
right. So you would have those feelings already. So that's what I would leave you over. But if I ain't having those feelings and you keep saying, how many nights I want to hear this shit? How many? I don't want to hear it no more, so I won't ask anymore. And I think that would solve the problem. That's $250 for you.
Thank you for your services. Let me get up off this couch.
Oh my God. So while we're on that, let's talk about, since we still on relationships, then we could talk about dating during the divorce process. Because this was a big issue. For some reason, it wasn't a big issue when T.I. was doing it. But once Tiny started doing this shit, it became an issue. That they say T.I. is dating some model or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But then Tiny started dating somebody.
So who has the issue? T.I. or just...
Well, it was on blogs and the rumor site saying like, she's dating such and such and the divorce isn't final. And what do you think about that?
But isn't that just like Peter and Cynthia? Because Peter clearly posted his pictures of him dating. Like, he's not saying he's in a serious relationship, but he's out there in the field, and their divorce wasn't even final yet.
Well, I guess...
what's wrong with that? We're not together. We're separated. Like, so I'm not supposed to move on with my life into this ink drop?
I guess that's people's position, that technically you're still married. So even though you're separated, you're going through the divorce process with our broke asses. That'll be quick. But
nothing to resolve here.
Look, you gonna pick man up every other weekend? Okay, I'm keeping the fucking microwave. That wraps that up. Side of the
Exactly. We ain't gotta worry about wait till the sale of the house and split the profit. No, ain't no house.
And getting accountants to go through the books. What books?
Oh my god, I used to read those
Divorce
decrees. Oh my god. I want the washer. No, I want the dryer. And it'll be like 15 years old. Like, really?
Well, because the one thing, and you should know, working in that field, and because I know, with family law, and especially divorce, and even some of the custody and child, it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not, when they go to divorce and it gets bad, that's why I'm such a fan of prenups and postnups. Because when it gets there, oh, fuck that. I bought Tide last week. I want... When I leave said premises, it better be at least a half a bottle. I mean... It goes there because you're not... It's not about this shit anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It's about, I'm pissed that this is ending this way. You had to do me wrong, or I had to do you wrong, and I'm pissed. And so now we're going to fight.
But it seemed like it just drag everything out even more by us doing that. We already decided this did not work. You're going to go your way. I'm going to go my way. If it's 2 items, you get one, I get one.
But who say we decided? That's another thing. You're making it seem like we sat down and said, you know what, this isn't working. It's time for us to end this. Sometimes that doesn't happen.
But why would I want to fight for somebody that don't want to fight for me? So if you want a divorce from me, evidently you're not happy with me. You don't want to be here. So why should I want to be here?
Maybe they don't want
but
maybe they don't want the divorce. So it may not be that I came to you. Maybe I was at the short stay and somebody you knew were working the cash register that day and saw me there. And then I want to work the marriage out, but you're a cheater, so I want a divorce.
Yeah, at that point, I don't know. For me, at that point, when somebody say, no, I'm done. I don't want to be here. I don't care what happened. We're just done. Guess what? Yes, I'm going to cry. I'm going to be upset. Mm-hmm. That too shall pass.
But I want to be here. I want to work this out. I was just fucking Lakeisha. I was going to come back to you, boo. Like,
no, but you don't want me no more.
No, I do. I want you.
No, if you, no.
I want you.
I'm saying if
I
you don't.
want you.
I'm saying if there's one party that don't want to be here, then guess what? I don't want to be here. I can't see myself trying to put myself with somebody that don't want to be here.
But you're trying to work it out.
But they clearly making it, oh, that's fine in the beginning. But when they get to that point, like, it's no working out. We're done. We're past that. We tried it. It didn't work. I'm done. There's no going back. I don't want you. I'm moving on. I got to step back and accept it.
Please.
That's it.
I'll be like, you don't love me enough. You better fight harder.
Really?
Yeah. Just because, so now, if that's the case, and you, somebody caught him cheating, and you like, oh, you don't want me. Oh, yeah, I don't want you. No, I want a divorce. All right, I guess this is over. Hell no. Baby, can we go to counseling? Baby, I love you. I'm coming to your job with flowers and candies and fucking Krispy Kremes. No, I said
in the beginning, okay, that's the first reaction. I don't care who you are. That's going to be your first reaction. Mm-hmm. You're going to try to fight for it. Fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But I'm saying when they get to that point, like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm not done this no more. It's not working.
But that's on your part, right? You say that to me, right?
No, the person that want the divorce.
Yeah, because you want the divorce because I cheated on you.
Okay, yeah. So I want the
divorce.
So
you said that. You said you done, right?
Yeah.
But then I just double up on the Krispy Kremes. And I double up. I'm not going to stop. That's what I keep saying about you. You think everything clear cut, and it's just not. I'm just not gonna stop.
It can be clear cut.
But shit is not.
No, it can be clear cut. That person don't want you. They like, because I would get to that point like, why am I still going after this person? They making it clear they don't want to be here. They don't want me.
And that's why you after this week. Because look how reasonable, sensible shit Lucy would have been like, I got another scheme.
They don't want me. That's okay. That's like, let's say that's with any relationship. So say it's a friend. You have a friend. that friend, you did that friend wrong, right? You talked about them behind their back. You just did them dirty. And you go apologize. And they're like, no, we can't be friends. You're a horrible person. I don't need that negative in my life or whatever. And you still fighting and fighting. Would there be a point where you like, yo, she keep dissing me and I guess she don't want to be my friend. Oh, this is done. You just give up. Right?
Fuck.
Or you gonna still fight?
Fuck that.
You gonna still fight for that
If you're a
friendship?
good friend, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
But they plan
when you go
out.
get your hair done, I'm gonna be there in the next dryer.
Nah.
I'm gonna be like, put hers on my bill.
No.
You just don't understand. This is what I keep meaning.
No. You made it clear. I can't keep. I don't know.
But you have to remember that these type of things, it's not so clear cut because it's always an emotional thing attached to it. So I can get back into those emotions. Whatever, especially in a marriage, it's always going to be, you got kids, how long you known the person, things like that. It's always going to be a way to get back in. It's always going to be a way. At some point, yes, you do get like, I'm just done. But you think when you say, I'm just done, the other person is going to be like, oh, okay, that's great. When do you want to meet the divorce lawyers? No, they're going to try to keep, and then you got some people be like, well, I'm not going to sign any divorce papers. We're going to have to go to trial. I'm going to contest everything, and I'm going to make this as...
Okay, then you doing now. You pushing me even farther away. So I would know I never would come back. And now you're making this more difficult.
Nope. Guess what may happen? During this process, you started out strong. You had your income tax money. You could afford a lawyer. But then I wear you down. And now your money gone. I start looking like a stack again. Like, baby, come back home.
No, I don't know. I don't like that feeling. If somebody just don't want to be with me or don't want nothing to do with me, back off.
Yeah.
Back off. Like, okay, that's how you feel. Okay, I try. Like, I would try in the beginning. Yes, I would try to fight for it. Yes, I would. I'm not saying that. But you keep doing it, I'm not going to keep kissing your butt. Like, I'm not. You made it plain and clear. Once I did my efforts and tried to get you back and tried to do whatever, and you just like, no, and you just keep giving me your butt to kiss, I'm done. No, I'm done.
I don't think it's that clear cut.
No.
And I know if you were going through that process, trust me, it would be years before you ended up divorced. It would be years. Y'all would really have to come to, I mean, especially like even, oh, please, my husband, his beliefs, whatever. But, I mean, you would just have to be like mature adults to sit down and say, you know what, this done ran its course.
And that happens.
Yeah, sometimes that do happens, but oh my God, is this gonna sound crazy? I guess I gotta say it now, right? But if two people came to agreement like that and they just say, yeah, you're right, it's just time for us to go, y'all never really were in love.
That's not true. That's not true. I don't think that's true.
Oh shit, and me. How could you just, if you were really, really, really in love with someone and you really, really, really had these strong feelings.
So you don't believe people fall out of love?
Oh yeah, you can fall out of love with a person.
So what's the difference?
What you mean?
So if we fall out of love and we both agree that we fell out of love, that means I never loved you?
You probably love me. You just weren't crazy about me.
Really?
I would think so, yeah.
I don't think so.
Because you would have to look at like...
Because it could be the things that person is doing that just keep pushing you away and pushing you. You just like, can't do it no more. I'm done. Like, I loved you so much. Like, but you keep doing this. You keep doing the same thing.
But see, what I'm saying then is that if you really have those feelings, so now me and you, we in this lesbian relationship, and I'm really, really in love with you. I'm head over heels in love. We in love, 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 love. And then I keep going to the short stay, or I keep doing whatever. I'm going to the short stay every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every week. Shit, I'm always cheating. And then you tell me, you know, you just keep cheating on me, so I think it's time for us to end this because you're not going to stop cheating. So you think, and I know, right in my heart, when you say that, I'm like, yeah, she's right as hell, because I'm never going to stop this shit. You think I'm gonna say, you know what? You're right. Let's just end this and move on. You really think I'm
No,
gonna
you're
say
not
that?
gonna do that because you're the one in the wrong.
No,
So-
I'm not gonna not do it because I'm wrong. I'm in love with you. I'm like, babe, I won't do that
can't-
shit
and
no
I won't
more.
feel like you are in love with me because if you were in love with me, you wouldn't have been doing it from the beginning. You wouldn't have kept doing it every time I caught you.
Okay, Virgin Mary. This is.
So you know you
Hold
was
on,
not in
We
love
have
with
to
me.
go back to our Virgin Mary. Let's go back to our discussion when we talk about people having sex
No,
and not
see,
being
I don't
in
agree.
love.
We've been through this
It
conversation,
happens.
and I don't agree. No, I'm not saying that part. I just don't agree with you. Having sex is not cheating if there's no emotions tied to it.
Okay, you don't have to agree on that part, but you saying because I cheated on you, I'm not in love with you. Yes, I am. I just wanted to have sex with somebody else. I still love you, baby.
And every time I catch you, and I forgive you, and you keep doing it and doing
I'm just
it,
a cheater.
you don't love me enough to stop.
That's like saying an alcoholic doesn't love somebody enough to stop drinking. Like,
No, they don't love themselves.
hold on, Craig. What's Craig
They
work
don't
number?
love themselves to stop. So if you can't even love yourself, no, you don't love me.
What? So yes, I see. That's
No.
where we disagree because I feel like yes, I love you, and if I really, really loved you and cared about you, it's no way you're gonna come to me and say, you know, you cheating too much, and yeah, we're just gonna end this. So I'll meet you at the attorney's office. Oh no, I'm gonna just print up the papers because we're agreeing to split. Hell no. When you come with those, I'll rip them up. I'll be like, baby, I love you. I'm not gonna cheat again. I'm not gonna do it.
So you're gonna do it again? Cause
Yeah,
we've
oh
been down
fuck, I'm
this
gonna do
road.
it again.
Yeah, we've been down this road before.
And I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm a cheater.
Okay,
But it
so
has nothing to do about my feelings for you.
Okay, but I don't need to be with you because it's not good for me. So I should sit here in this marriage and be unhappy while you're being happy because you're getting, you're eating your cake and you're having your cake and eating it too. Because you still have your wife and you still cheating. But I'm the one sitting here being unhappy. How fair
Why are
is
you
that?
unhappy?
So what? If you really love me, you'll let me go.
But why are you
If
unhappy?
you really love me, you'll let
No.
me go.
Fuck that. If I can't have you,
You
nobody
allow me
will.
to be happy. I'm not happy here. Because
Why
you
the
keep
fuck aren't
cheating.
you happy? Because I'm cheating on you. All right, let's get off this topic.
Why would I be? Girl, bye.
I can't be a lesbian. I can't even keep my fake wife for more than 10 minutes.
No.
No, but I don't know.
But
We just disagree.
well, back to I guess the original question. Dating while divorced, I don't see nothing wrong with. We're not together. We're separated. We're separated. You get legally separated, right?
Some
Is that a
states
whole
you can. I
process?
guess you can. Technically, I guess in some places you can. Only thing I would see being an issue is whether or not you're gonna, because you know once you leave the home and all of that other stuff,
After a certain amount of time, right?
like yeah, so it's like you want to make sure that's
What
documented.
is it? 6 months? Alternative facts?
You know what? Honestly, I think it's 6 months now in New Jersey. I don't think before it was like 18 months and all this other shit. You had to be separated, living in different homes, all of this for 18 fucking months.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's why my ass could never get divorced. I'll tell you no lie, because I'll be like, that's it? I'm fucking divorcing you. Let's go. Start the clock now. And then my husband will come and he'll bring me Dairy Queen and he'll bring me cheesecakes.
No. But no, I don't think nothing's wrong with it personally. If you're getting divorced, you're just waiting for basically the paperwork to finish to square everything out.
I guess playing devil's advocate then, or even I could see, I don't think for me, if I was separating from my husband, I wouldn't date or do anything till it was finished. Because of the fucking crazy ass dysfunctional relationship we had, that we might end up back together or things like that. I mean, and how long? I do believe in New Jersey now it's like 6 months or something.
And then it also depends on how long y'all was separated. I'm not jumping right into. I've been married. If I was married for 15 years, and then we decide that, oh, we're getting a divorce. You really think I'm just gonna jump right into a relationship as soon as we say we getting a divorce and you done moved out? Even if you're out 2 months, I still need to find myself again. So I'm not just gonna jump right
Virgin
into
Mary, you don't need to find yourself to have sex. What the? Oh my God! Can somebody help me? We need to get a hoe on here so that we can get somebody to help.
You better get yourself a vibrator or something to and get those kicks out or whatever.
You know what it is? I gotta find myself and be in love.
Why can't you be by yourself? Like,
cause the shit whack and lonely. What the fuck? That's
what's wrong with some people. That's why they don't last in some relationships, because they jump from one relationship to the other, to the other, to the other, instead of just being by themselves for just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Nah, if I was single, I wouldn't be trying that shit out.
So you can't be by yourself?
I wouldn't prefer.
No one prefers to be by themselves.
Well, you're making that because you're saying if I was to go through that process, then I would take time to be by myself.
Yeah, I would.
So you prefer to do it because when the minute you leave, you can go out on a date, you could go on Black People Meet, you could go on Tinder, you could do whatever. But you're choosing to give yourself time.
Yeah.
That's a preference. I don't prefer that shit. I mean, if I shoot my shot and I don't get nothing, then hey, I don't want to be single.
I'm not jumping.
But I won't prefer that shit.
I'm not just jumping right out there to the dating scene as soon as that's too much.
So then you prefer to be single at sometimes. I
would prefer to be single.
I don't. I want to be with.
And I don't think I would probably get married again. I could say I would think because you never know what the future holds.
Oh, fuck that. I'll meet somebody rich. We married. We is married. Like, I'm doing a fake Andy marriage, a real marriage. I'm doing it.
A Muslim marriage.
I'm doing everything. Heck yeah. No, me no prefer to be single. I don't like. All right, so what are we gonna get into next? I know. So I guess let's do one more topic and then we'll wrap out. What are we here for? Are you here for first? Before I even go there, are you even here for anybody?
Sorry, cousin in Philly.
No. See, so let's do.
I'm letting you down this week.
Let's do one more topic. I guess the thing that we both wanted to talk about was. Oh, I did want to talk about Sheree and Bob, but we might have to go a little off because it's been 3 weeks I've been putting off this topic. So we could talk about Sheree and Bob, and then we're going to talk about my topic for my little women, and you're going to love it. But with Sheree and Bob, so what happened this week on The Housewives is that previously Kenya said that Sheree was a victim of domestic violence, that for her to say that Matt should have jumped on Kenya, or that she understands why he would want to hit her.
Well, you said Kenya said Sheree was a victim.
Yes.
Okay, see, I misunderstood. I thought she was saying she was not a victim of domestic violence.
No, because Sheree says something about that Kenya provokes Matt to make him do things to be abusive towards her. And Kenya said, I can't see how you would say that as a woman who's been through domestic violence in an abusive relationship. Why would you say that? And Sheree said, no, I haven't. I never have been in a relationship. And she said, yes, you have. And they were going back and forth about whether or not she had. And then finally, they left it alone. But then this week, we see they in the van, and I don't know who started the conversation. Was it Bob that started the conversation about whether or not
she choked him or something like that? No, they was talking about something else. And then Sheree said, oh, like you never choked me. He was like, I never choked you.
Yeah, and then she started like he said, well, I didn't choke you hard enough then. Like that. But like as in, I guess he was trying to make a joke.
Yeah, I took it I took it as a joke. Like, because he's basically, his position was, I never choked you. And you saying, yes, you did. And he's like, for you to keep saying that, I must didn't choke you hard enough. Like, so I could see him saying it as a joke. I could see him saying it as a joke.
Well, what was the joke in I didn't choke you hard enough?
Like, you still here.
Oh, okay, like Charlamagne says it.
Like,
but when Charlamagne
still
says
here.
it, I don't see it as a joke. I see him saying, like, they don't hit you hard enough because you didn't leave.
Yeah.
So, okay. What?
I don't find it funny.
Oh,
I don't find it funny, but
I'm trying to find a joke part in it.
because I
don't
can't.
know.
Yeah, because that'll be like a real big jerk to say something like that and mean it, like on national TV. Like, so I didn't find it funny at all, but she took it to heart. Like,
I didn't find
she
it.
really started bawling.
I guess if that's what he meant, then he should have said the whole part of it and said, apparently I ain't choke you hard enough because you're still sitting here next to me.
True.
All right. I mean, can't argue with those facts. Shit. She was sitting next to you and she's clearly saying you choked her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got to live with that. And then she started crying and what's her name?
Yeah, that's why I said I was confused because then there was one part where her and Kenya was talking and Sheree was like, but you said to, Sheree said to Kenya, I think something to the effect of, but you said that I wasn't abused. Like, why would you say something like that? Like, how would you tell me what's going on with me? Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I thought that's what she said.
I thought Kenya's position was that because she clearly says, no, nobody ever put their hands on me. And now you're saying it did happen. So why did you deny it, like, to win an argument and make me look bad? Because me being abused, that's nothing to do with me. That shouldn't be making me look bad. It should make the person who was abusing me look bad.
Exactly.
So I guess, I don't know. And I could be totally
I would
wrong.
have to watch them over because
I thought it was like that. But what really bothered me, period, is that these are two women. And y'all going back and forth about who was abused and not abused. Instead of y'all sticking together and supporting each other. And again, I mean, it goes to how I felt about the whole thing with Remy to go after her not being able to carry baby. It's some things that are so how you say, like it only affects women, so we shouldn't throw those jabs at each other because it only affects us. And then you're gonna get into a place where now women who are being abused, they're not gonna say anything. They're gonna sit around and like, oh, I can't say anything because then they're gonna use it against me later. I don't know. I just found it. I don't know. Every week, these women. But then for Bob to be sitting there, he's a fucking idiot. And I believe he was abusing Sheree. And I believe she,
It's just disrespectful. Because even when they went to the bar with just the guys, he was like, what's down there, Peter? Like, and you're here with someone your ex-wife, and you're trying to get back with her, and you still checking for other women?
Well, alternative facts, he's trying to get back with her. The real tea, girl, is that his girlfriend was down there. That she came a few days later on the trip, and that she's basically all down with this because it's getting him on TV.
Shut your mouth.
Yes, God. I was like, Like I told somebody else.
So Sheree, you're that. Well, I guess people do anything for money.
Remember when I told you it's levels to these gossip blogs? When you scrape that bottom barrel, the shit you find. But okay, so the topic I've been wanting to talk about for weeks is women dissing their friends for a man. On My Little Women, which you don't like, you don't enjoy, but these girls be giving me life.
It came on and I'm sitting there watching and I'm like, why am I watching them just fight each other? They could barely reach each other. I can't watch this. Like, I don't find that entertaining. That they arguing. Oh, I don't know. She trying to be her friend, the little. They all short and stubby.
I'm about to say they all short.
the one she with what she got her beef with? The one with the blonde hair that's on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh no, the LA one. That's like so they got like a rank too, like Housewives. Like the LA one would be a little bit more classy. These Atlanta girls, oh my God, they like the Atlanta Housewives.
That's the one with Miss Juicy, baby.
Yes, I love me some Miss Juicy. I love me. But basically what happened was that one of the girls, well, she is a hoe. whatever. She a little hoe. Well, she a big hoe in a little package. But she basically asked her friend to come down and be a nanny for her and help with her kids. Mm-hmm. And then when one of her baby fathers came down to see his son, who left with the other baby father.
Wait, okay, back up. Let me get this straight. One midget.
No, you. Whoa, hold on.
One little person.
Yeah,
one little person asked her friend to come down to be a nanny till she has 2 children.
Yes.
So when she came down, one of the children went with
No, both. They got 2 different fathers.
But they went with one baby father.
Yes. The one that takes care of them.
She's still with him?
No.
Okay, so they went there. So what did the friend come up for?
Well, she was there before the baby father came. So she was there. But then when the 2 left with the one baby father, one of the kids' father, the other kid came down to be with his son.
She didn't tell him that, he's not.
Oh, yeah, she told him that.
And he still came.
Yeah, because he wanted to be with his son.
But he knew his child wasn't there, so he really came for her.
Exactly. Yeah. And then this dumb bitch get pregnant by him again. And wait, okay, that's funny. He saying, I thought you were on birth control or something. Mind you, he never took care of his son. His son entire life, he never took care of him. The other baby father does. Maybe like 3 or something like that. But the other baby father take care of him.
So now the other baby father, he's the second baby father.
No, the first. She cheated on him with this guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he still accepted the second child.
Yeah, and he takes care of both of them.
Okay.
So she gets pregnant and he's like, I thought you were on birth control. And she was like, I don't want to put any chemicals in my body or anything. He's like, so you just gonna keep putting babies in there?
So how did it come to the part where she just her friend?
So her friend said, listen, if he's going to come down here, because she was like, well, he's going to move down to be closer to his son, and he wants to see his son, so he's going to move in here. And she's like, well, I'm not going to be here. I'm leaving it because he never took care of his son. Mm-hmm. He treats you like crap, and the way that he talks to you, I don't like it. He doesn't show you any respect. Mm-hmm. So and she like, and I left Jersey to come here to help you out. So basically, this is
she a little person too?
Yeah, they're all little people. Okay. She was like, so either he doesn't come and stay with us, or I'm leaving. And she was like, okay, when you gonna pack your bags, because this is what it is. Now, when the week I wanted to talk about it, that's how it left off. But now, he left her. Oh, yeah. He was like, I'm not taking care of my fucking kid. Are you crazy?
So now she called the friend?
No. She called the first baby father to come and get the... Because he brought back the kid. So then the guy was there. She's pregnant again. And so then he took the daughter with him. The first baby father took the daughter. Mm-hmm. And because the guy was there and was supposed to be wanting to be with his son. Yeah. He just left. So she had to call the first baby father to come and get the second kid too.
Mm-hmm. And he came back and got him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he came right back. He came right down and got him. Like no problem. Came and got him, took him. Mm-hmm. And so now she's all alone because the guy just left her.
And now she don't have a friend.
And now she doesn't have the friend. Yes.
But she told her that was going to happen.
Yes. But see, the week it happened, I didn't know how this was going to play out, and my whole thing was about. Because we see this all the time. Mm-hmm. Women will let me tell you, a dude could beat them, cheat them, do whatever he wants to them. They won't say boo freaking who to them, and they'll still be with them. Mm-hmm. You mentioned that he's beating her, cheating her. Oh, I don't want to talk to you no more. You're a hater. I don't want nothing to do with you.
No.
Oh my God.
You know how I take friendship?
I'm about to say, security. We don't have no damn security.
You know how I take friendship. So for you to think that I would ever hate on you and I'm supposed to be your friend, then you were never my friend. For you to think that of me.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So if I ever tell you anything, you should know that it's coming from the heart. Mm-hmm. And not me hate. Because what do I have to hate on you for? We're equal. You're my friend. Like, we're equal.
I think that, you know what, and how I always say, when somebody show you who they are, you gotta believe them. So if you say something to somebody and they be like, "Oh, you just hating on me, you were jealous," that person has always believed that and thinks that.
Mm-hmm.
They just never had an opportunity to express it without them looking like a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit just doesn't make any sense. But women do
I'm
it
not
every day.
choosing a man over my friends. For one, more than likely, probably 8 times out of 10, that friend was there before that man.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So why would I diss this person that's been in my life way longer than you? And guess what? Even if we break up, my friend's still gonna be here. So why would I diss them?
And I don't think, even in that situation and how it played out on there, I don't think it was necessary to diss her friend. She could have said, listen, okay, you can stay here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get an apartment with him somewhere. Oh, I guess she couldn't say that because that fucker ain't have a job. Okay. So.
No, I think maybe it could have played out like her friend saying, basically, I think her friend was a little bit wrong because you basically giving her what you say, ultimatum. Because, and I don't think that was fair because that is still the child's father. So at the end of the day,
hold the fuck on. Child's father, he's the child's sperm donor.
Yeah, but it's still like, I don't know. I don't think I would want to take that opportunity away from my child. Yeah, I know you haven't been here for this child. But I don't know. Maybe you will change. I don't know. I want to at least give that opportunity to my child. I don't want, like, she shouldn't have been with him. She shouldn't have been involved with him. She shouldn't have got pregnant with him again. She shouldn't have been. If you want to do anything, you're only here for your child. So if I told you to come here, only if the child is here. If the child not here, you don't need to come down here. So her friend shouldn't have gave her that ultimate. I don't think she should have gave her that ultimatum like that. She could have said it differently.
I guess I disagree because if you know already that there's going to be an issue, why wait until you're in the middle of the battle when you could avoid the battle altogether? You already know there's going to be an issue. It's just me and you always have this discussion, always. Now, people, y'all got to stick with me. I know it's going to get a little crazy here, but I pick up on people's vibes and I could just feel it. And our other friend, we could call her Oprah or whatever, but I tell her all the time, and I used to tell her, and you like, but how could you just judge somebody like that? Because I told you at some point, like, if I'm around them, I get a bad vibe. You don't got to do nothing wrong. I just want to avoid you because I feel it. And your position has always been, but they haven't done anything yet. Why wait? What's the point of waiting until they do something to react? Why can't you just avoid it? And it's the same thing you're saying in this situation. Like, even though she feels like there's going to more than likely be some type of conflict, just wait and see it. And then when it happens,
because the only reason why I'm saying that is because it's a child. If it wasn't a child involved in that situation, oh, my friend, you're right. Yeah, he's gonna, like, if he just wanted to say, I want to be with you, I changed, I want to be with you, and your friend like, you know he gonna dog you out. Why would you take that risk? Why would you even do that? So if you let him come back in here, I'm out. I'm like, nah, you're right. He did this to me about 20 times before. But now it's a child involved, and you like, and he's saying, and the only reason why he's coming, like, I want to be there for my child. You're not gonna let me see my child. I can't be here for my child. Why I shouldn't be able to deny that to you for the child's sake? Because the child want to know who their real father. Like, that's not their father.
No. See, now that's gonna be that's the real discussion that you.
I don't have to be with you though.
No. First of all, I don't agree with that bullshit. If you have a child with somebody, just because this is your child and biologically, and you decide that you're going to be a loser and not be in this child life, and then God bless that man, because first of all, you fucking little hoe, you go and cheat on me, get fucking pregnant, let me believe that this is my child.
Oh, she said it was his?
Yeah, because they were together, living together, everything. And then I find out it's somebody else's kid. Then I still assume responsibility for this kid. Take care of this kid. Do everything while this fucker doing whatever he wants to do. And then when he said, you on TV now, so I miss my kid. Can I come? And you fucking entertain that shit. Now I got a problem with your little ass. Pun intended. Because just because biologically you're that child's parent, that doesn't mean shit. Because now you're trying to tell me that even though I say here, this child recognizes me as their father, I've taken care of him, I filled that role, but now anytime he
Okay, so
wants
you're going to
in,
tell that child that is their father without even saying that this is your biological
oh, you know
father?
me? Hell yeah. I would have been like, who are you?
So when they get old enough and learn that's not the truth, what do you do then?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
See, I don't think that's fair to the child. I think the child
How is
should
it
know.
unfair? Because now, if I bring this guy back in your life,
It would definitely be I'm sorry. I would just have to be. It be the truth. This guy is taking care. Your father is a freaking loser. But that's your biological father. If you want a relationship with him, that's on you. This guy is taking care of you. This guy is raising you and all that.
But at what point is a child capable of making that decision?
No, that's not until they get older.
Exactly. So then what do you do from birth to what, 16?
I gotta be older than that. I mean, younger than that.
15?
To know that this is their biological father.
And for them to
wait till they 16.
for them to make a decision whether or not they want to have anything to do with them.
No,
Yeah.
when they able to not communicate through me, you have a cell phone, you can pick up and call your father. Y'all communicate on your own.
Oh, no,
that's
I
between
totally
y'all.
don't agree with that.
If you want to talk to your father, that's on you.
But it's not even a matter of whether or not they need to go through you. It's the emotional aspect. It's the part of him being.
And I'm gonna be here for that. Oh, my father, come here.
But that's
me, baby.
what I'm
Come
saying
talk to
is
me,
that at what age are they at that position where they're able enough to they're capable of making a sound decision about this, thinking it all out, and not just, oh, that might be an extra pair of sneakers or something like that, where they're able, and I would say, in my opinion, it would have to be at least 16. Once you go through puberty and get all of that bullshit out of your way, and you're 16 and you're more level-headed and everything, then you could make that decision of whether or not you have.
want that father in your life?
That's you. Me, who the fuck is he? Your father died. Let me tell you, it was really bad. Tragic.
I just don't want to, I wouldn't want to do that because I don't want it to come back on me like, Ma, you lied to me. This is my father. He's not my father. Like, I would never want my child to feel like I lied to them or kept something from them. And then come back on
because then
me.
at that point, I guess, see, I don't even agree because people lie to their children every day. And that's like, say if I was...
wrong voice.
What if I was a prostitute before I had my kids or while they were young? Am I going to sit them down one day and say, let me tell you, honey, mommy used to...
Frankie did it. Did you tell Keisha Cole that? I don't know who your father is. Think it's some Italian man.
And then he turned out to be a black man, right? But I wouldn't, because your kid does not need to know everything. It's none of their business, everything. And you're their parent. You need to protect them from some things. My issue with that would be like, yeah, he's a fucking loser. He ain't doing anything for you. We would have been closed that fucking door a long time ago. Like, it wouldn't
So
even be an issue.
you don't believe that the father could actually change and want to be a parent?
I would give 2 fucks if you did.
It's just too late.
Yeah.
Should have been a parent when they was 1, when they was 2.
When they were born, because that's when I had to become a mother. So, yeah, that's how this works.
Yeah, that's how it works. But so you wouldn't allow them that opportunity later to be a parent?
No, not if they didn't take an active. Now, if they were like a semi deadbeat, because like my husband at some point he was a fucking deadbeat and sometimes full. And I mean, we went back and forth, a lot of broken car windows, things like that. Now he's great. Couple of police reports. I mean, everything is great now. But if he was a complete, like, I don't want nothing to do with y'all, don't have any interest, and then 5 years later he popped up like, yeah, I thought about it. I'm ready for these kids now. I'd be like, who are you? Where
Really?
do you come from? What's
Nah,
your
I
name
wouldn't do
again?
that. No, I wouldn't do that.
We had sex. You remember me having sex with you?
I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, hell yeah. I would look at him like he had 3 heads. Like, I do not know you. Now, it's a different... If he was just a bad father, if he was around, he was in a kid's life, and every Easter he bought the Jordans, but then he wouldn't come for 3 more months, and then he might come and see them at the park, say hi, buy ice cream, and then go about his way.
So it's like...
bad.
So you're saying when the father acknowledged that he has the children, opposed to no, he not even acknowledged he have children,
and takes some type of role or some type of steps to be active in a kid life. You can be a bad parent and then get your shit together. Yes, that I would accept.
Okay.
But for you to just totally neglect your responsibility, act like they don't exist, and live your life, and then come back 5 years, yeah. Who are you again? Who? You sure we has? No. I would not be here for it, because at some point you gotta cut that shit off. Cause then, and then if this guy, your kid got a new dad and he treats him as his father now, how disrespectful to this guy, then I'm gonna say, hey, yeah, I know you've been taking care of him for like 5-6 years, but he wants to give it a shot, so see ya.
It's not saying see ya to the guy that's been in their life. Like, I would never cut that out because you've been there and you didn't have to.
But you can't keep that, because now his father's here and his father's going to have some say. So if his father said, no, I'm his father, no more of that.
Oh, no. You don't gonna have no say on that. That you're not gonna have no say. You're not gonna take these kids from somebody that's been there for them when you decided not to be. You don't have no say in that. That you don't have no say in.
Okay.
No.
So what we going to do? Go to court?
If that's what you want to take it, then that's what we're going to take it.
You always want to put the white man in our business.
But no, you would never have a say in that, to say that now this man could know, because now you decide that you want to be in their life. Now this man could no longer be in their life. No, I wish then. Yeah, now you don't exist.
Security.
No, you would never do that. No,
I mean that I couldn't see many men going for, okay, we're gonna create a calendar for me, Tyrone, and everybody to split these kids. I can't see it. It's gonna be like, and then if that child's already calling this man daddy, then what is he gonna call you? And I don't want him calling nobody else daddy. Like, it causes issues that you don't need. Let this fucker die. Go. Your father died. He was hit by a train on a plane. I ain't lying. He was at Teterboro. And the train just jumped right on the head, man. I ain't lying. I would tell him anything. And I would just, like you're saying, if they ever found out and they came to me, I would just take that hit. Because at first, if they found out and they came to me like, hey, somebody told me such and such my father, I'd be like, the fuck he is? They lie. No. They went further. I'll be like, they be like, well, this woman, she said she my grand, and that bitch a liar too, just like her son.
So now what happens if the family is in the child's life? The father just, the same way you just did, like the father wasn't dead, but the family always acknowledged the child, always been in that child's life.
So then at that point, what I would have to do, honestly, like if their family was there for him and he was just like, I guess he wouldn't be that non-existent because your family is around, unless y'all lived in different towns. Different states or something. Mm-hmm. At that point, I would have to go to the family. Like, when I found somebody who I thought would be a suitable father, I'd be like, listen, we don't have to cut this shit short or something.
So you'll take him away from the family, the child?
I mean, people lose grandkids every day, bitch.
Nah, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
What do I do? Or I could say, listen, let's all, because honestly,
let's all agree that your son don't exist.
Yes, because that's what I'm saying. If the family's involved, it would be so hard for there to be no acknowledgement by the father. He could probably be a deadbeat and all of that, but he would be somewhat active or around. Because if he came over for Thanksgiving, he could come to Thanksgiving and just still be like, oh, whose son is that?
Like that's your son, Mike. Oh,
and they be like, stop playing. You know this your boy and whatever.
Nah, that ain't my boy.
But then, so now, if that was happening, that's your kid. You sending him with the family, and this man doing this. How long you gonna keep letting this shit happen? When you gonna stop this? You really gonna keep letting this go?
No, but I still wouldn't keep the family out his like. At that point, if I know the father's gonna be there and he's treating my child like that, no, my child can't go over there. But that's still your grandparents. So your grandparents could still come visit you, and all that. I can't keep.
But I want my grandkid to come and spend the night with me.
Then no, he can't come for the night. If your son is gonna be there, no, he can't come because he's treating my child like he doesn't even exist.
Oh, he ain't gonna be here. I promise. I ain't lying. And then when you send him, I'm gonna call up my son and say, "You need to come and see your son, or come over here. I made a cake, baby. Come on." And we come. I'm like, "This your son," and I'm leaving. I mean, how could you? You can't control what people do when they're not around you. So at some point, I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but yeah, I would be like, yeah, about this. We're gonna have to cut this off. T-Dog his dad now. And Miss Betty his grandmama.
But I want Miss Susie.
Miss Susie died. Let me tell you what had happened. Oh my God, she got attacked by aliens or something. Get the fuck out of here. All right, so now let's wrap this up because we're not that bad on time. But I don't think if we talk about anything else, we only have one other thing to talk about. So what do you want to do? You want to wrap this up or you want to get to it?
What you have to talk about?
You the one who gave us with like ladies chasing men. You said somebody posted up on Facebook or something saying the Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
For the Lord. Lord.
But that it doesn't.
Not he who finds a husband.
Yes. So I guess like
we really touched on that. It's still all about the relationships
and chasing and all of that. I just don't believe in that dumb. When I see that stupid shit, I'm like, I bet this bitch been with somebody for 51 years and still ain't married. Mm-hmm. I bet she has.
Yeah, because I don't see nothing wrong. Yeah, so basically what it's saying is a man's supposed to choose you and you not choose a man?
No, they take it like, so you don't ask to marry, you don't make any things about commitment, you just sit away.
If you love the same way, if he loves you and he feel like he can't live without you, he gonna get on that knee or just stand there and ask you to be his wife. You can do the same. You feel that strongly about this man, you think he's the best thing since sliced bread, why can't you ask him to be with you forever?
Or you could be a friend for 51 years going around, this my boyfriend, this my what?
This my old lady.
My lady. Oh my God, let's get out of here. I don't know if it's raining or snowing. We just
sitting there. It was snowing earlier.
Oh, we in a dungeon. We in a dungeon.
Yeah, that's perfect to end this with. Who we here for, who we not here for.
So I'm here for supporters. People who support other people, women who support women, men who support men, Black people who support Black people, supporting small business owners. Our supporters definitely. I mean, we picked up before we were at like 10 listeners. So I
could definitely agree with you on that.
And people who, I mean, we have a sister podcast, The Life of a TV Addict. And we asked for feedback on that, on how we could improve it, things like that. And people have been reaching out to us and giving us their honest opinions and supporting us. And even with this one, people have been supporting us saying, listen, I think y'all should do this. I think y'all should do this. Somebody said that we should have Instagram clips. The minute Otis get his MacBook and we figure out how to use the shit.
I don't know, a little Mexican trying to overcharge me or some work may not be getting that MacBook.
But once we get that, we'll figure out the user. But I'm really here for the support that I've been that we've received as a whole. From people for the podcast and just for everything in general. And I see other people supporting people. I'm really here for it. I love it. It makes me happy inside.
Oh, you're so sensitive.
I know. I'm about to drop a hold on. Camera face. No, it didn't come.
That was a good one. I could definitely agree with that. Even though I'm not here for nobody, but I could definitely agree with that. I could definitely agree with being here for that. So
Oh, and wait, I'm also here for Netflix. Good job putting out Iron Fist on a Friday night. Oh man.
and I still didn't watch it. And they sent me my email. Iron Fist is on.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm so here for them because last night, what did we do? We all sit around watching Iron Fist. Then I woke up in the morning and I was watching.
Did it start off good?
Is
it slow?
It ain't all of that. It's kind of it's reminded me a lot of Arrow. I know you don't watch any of those shows, but it's kind of like that. But hey, you know me. I'm a TV addict. Shit, I don't care. It's on. I'm watching. Okay, so who you here for?
I'm not. I just told you that.
Oh,
I just said I'm not here for nobody. Sorry, cousin in Philly.
Oh my God.
But I did like your who we here for, and I can definitely agree with that.
Cousin, I tried.
Next week, I got you. I'll be focused on things around me and people. This week, I've been in the house for 2 days. We had a snow day from work on a Tuesday. And then a Wednesday, we had to go to work. But I checked the surrounding counties, and they had a delayed opening. And my county did not have a delayed opening. So I was like, I'm not going. It's cold. It's still icy. They gonna get up a delayed opening. So no, I'm not going. So I was in the house for 2 days, sitting on the couch, being a real couch potato.
Oh my God. So you here for couch potato?
Couch potato people, yeah. And those 600-pound lifers. Now I can understand how you get there. I can understand.
Oh my God. Well, who are you not here for?
Mother Nature.
Oh my God.
I'm not here. Yes, because of this weather. We get down to, it's about to be spring.
Monday is the first day of spring.
Yeah, because they got those free icy people at Rita's.
Oh, we gonna do that. We gotta go to Rita's.
Yes.
Oh, I can't.
So you need to come out on my lunch break.
Yes, I'm also.
So we could go to the mall and get some Rita's.
All right. I'm not here for this week. Liars. I don't know why. And like before I didn't mind liars.
Say that every week.
I mean, but this week I'm just not here for it. I'm tired of mother lovers lying. Just shut the fuck up. Why are you lying? Like, why?
When you find the answer to that question, you let me know, because I'm never here for a liar. Like, I don't see the need, the purpose.
See, wait, I keep telling you, if it's a good lie, I can understand. Like, if I'm dating a cornball, you really want to hear about these corny ass dates every week? Nah. But what if he was a basketball player? And what if every week we go somewhere?
So you're dating a cornball, so you're gonna lie to me about you dating a basketball player?
Uh-huh.
Oh no. So I could sit there rolling my eyes and making these faces like she lied. I just seen her out with this corny dude. So no, that's not gonna work. No. Now if you embellish a story that it happened, but you just added to it to make it seem exciting, that's one thing.
Yeah, I guess.
But just to totally lie about a whole relationship.
So okay, so if I say I'm going out on a date with this guy and he's real facts, he's only like 5'3". Alternative fact, he's 6'3".
No, that's a complete lie. Cause I could see y'all walking down the street. I'm like, yeah, she said 6'3".
He just looks short in the snow.
It's just a snow. No,
but I'm not here for them because I just can't. And I haven't been hearing any good lies lately. So maybe I feel differently next week if they have.
No, I just don't like liars. It's no need. Either I really don't see the need in lying. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, either you did this or you didn't. Either you have this or you don't. Like,
I don't know.
Is that going to change who you are?
Change you from a liar to being a liar, I guess. But no. I was hearing a lot of bad lies this week, and I just was like, you know what? I'm so not here for these fucking lies anymore. Like, shut the fuck up. Either tell me a good lie or don't tell me shit. But
just tell me the truth. I need to.
I don't need to hear that all the time either. Like,
why?
Sometimes I'm just not here for the truth. It's just that simple as that. I'm just not here for it.
No.
When my fat ass is down at that Krispy Kreme and somebody on the phone, they tell me, you know you don't need to be there. The fuck, like I ain't know. When I squats in these sweatpants, you really think I ain't know I need to be here? Yeah, here I am. So I'm just not here for the truth right now.
No, I'm gonna tell you, you don't need to be down there.
Oh my God. All right, well, let's get up out of here. Remember, we already told y'all, but let's tell them again. We're available on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Every Wednesday, and YouTube is usually that Thursday, the day after. I don't know why.
Oh, what is it, a 24-hour like delay or something on their part? So
Alternative facts, yeah, that's how that works.
you put it up on a Wednesday, but
yeah, that's how that
clearance.
happens. Yeah, it don't clear. It don't clear.
Oh, so it's like a bank account. You cash the check, it's not cleared.
That's the alternative facts.
Okay.
The truth, my ass just don't get it.
I just don't know. I just don't know.
It's alternative. But and then I'm on Twitter at JMOAbout, and you're on Twitter at Lavon2, the number 2U. YOU. And we're on Instagram at grown_and_opinionated.
Check us out.
Got any parting words for the people? No?
Any what?
Parting words?
Oh, no.
What did you think I said?
I don't know what you said.
I can't. Alright, so episode 7, Grown and Opinionated, out.